After making more than $50,000 from options in 2025, I finally hit my worst month of options trading in January. Honestly, it's such a bad start to the year, but I guess it is what it is. After my previous options video, a lot of you guys also asked me questions like, how do I pick the expiration date? Do I really need the full sum of money in my account? And how do I even close or roll an option when things go wrong? So in this video, I'm going to answer all those burning questions and break down a real-life $100,000 put options trade that I made, what went wrong, and exactly how I managed to salvage it step by step. Let's go! So this brings me to the first thing, which is the income generating system that I've created for myself through option selling. For now, I sell options on companies that I personally already own and I'm comfortable owning them for the long term. I honestly cannot stress how important and risky this is, and I don't want you guys to blindly just copy me because number one, it requires huge sums of capital, and number two, you will get into trouble if you do it on stocks that you are not confident of holding for the long term. Okay, now that that's out of the way and you guys are choosing to continue watching this video based on your own choice, and one of the stocks that I do option selling on is Tesla. And Tesla is a stock that has relatively high option premiums, primarily because it is a very volatile stock. Elon Musk can literally just take out his phone and just start tweeting something, and then the stock will just literally fly in either directions. That's basically the risk that you need to take if you want to go for these higher premiums. And I've personally been backtesting this for the last 6 to 7 months, so I've become quite comfortable selling put options on Tesla. It's also a company that I'm comfortable owning in the long term, so please do your own due diligence before selling options on any companies, because when the stock price drops, and believe me, it will, nobody is going to baby you at the moment. Oh, poor thing, you lost money. Yeah, suck it up. Nothing like that is going to happen. You're basically going to own up to your own mistakes and make your own decisions properly, right? A lot of you also ask me, hey Shreykai, how do you pick the date to expiry for the put options? So I personally do all my option selling on the Momo Singapore app because the interface is relatively easy for me to use, and it's something that I've gotten used to over the years of doing this option selling. And also most of my US investments are here as well. So it just makes sense to keep everything together and not complicate things. If you open up the app itself, all you have to do is click on Tesla. And over here, once you're on Tesla, you're going to click on options. You'll basically be able to see all the different dates that you can sell options on the app itself. February 18th, February 20th, February 23rd, all these things. Momo used to only have the weekly and monthly options, but now you can sell options that's shorter than 7 days, like 4 or even 6 days. I honestly haven't experimented with that too much myself, so I can't talk too much about, selling options with those very, very short time periods. But what I have experience with is selling weekly and monthly options. Weekly will be around 7 days to expiry, and monthly will be 30 days to expiry. So for example, if I click on the 7-day option contract over here for Tesla, if you look over on the right side, this is all the put options that you can sell for the different prices: $415, $410, $405, basically all the different prices that you can sell at. I will pick somewhere. I usually would go not so close to the current price, maybe something like $405 for example. For me personally, I tend to prefer selling weekly options because it just fits my style better and it keeps me more engaged compared to monthly options. I really enjoy just logging into the app every night at exactly 10:32 p.m. because that's when I have my daily weekly alarm. That's how serious I am about options selling. But it works because I can log in and check and see how my option trade is doing. In fact, some days when the market is closed, I can get really bored and I just find myself so restless without having something to do. And that just disrupts my daily night routine. And I'm sure some of you guys who are watching can relate to this as well. Another question that I got on my channel was, should I also have the full sum of money in my account? Full transparency, when I sell options every week, it usually requires somewhere in the ballpark of 90,000 US dollars, which is right around 113,000 Sing dollars. On the off chance that I get exercise, I will have to buy $90,000 USD worth of shares. So personally, I'm only comfortable doing this where I have the full amount in the account. I'm honestly not sure what happens if I don't have the full amount of money because it hasn't happened to me before, just because I'm a bit more conservative. But I'm guessing that there's either a risk of you getting margin called or having to pay interest on borrowed funds if that was to happen. Believe me, you don't want to be in that position. So I personally leave the full amount in the account and I park it into the CSOP money market fund, which is a USD money market fund. You can see that it's been generating consistent interest for me in the account as I'm just leaving it idle in that sense. I've also enabled the Smart Save feature, and that just automatically helps me to invest whatever idle cash in the account itself. This is convenient for me in one of two ways. The first is that whenever I sell the put options, as the seller itself, I will always receive the premiums upfront, and that just helps me to automatically invest that into the CSOP money market fund as well. Secondly, in the case that I do get assigned, it will automatically deduct from the CSOP money market fund and purchase the shares directly into my account. But if I don't get exercised, it still earns me consistent interest for just leaving it in the money market fund itself, and it's not just being idle all day long. So now this brings us to the really interesting part, which is the $100,000 Tesla trade breakdown, which I guess all of you guys have clicked on this video for. So this was how Tesla's price action looked like at the end of December. This is me trying to storytell and make my options trade look more exciting than it actually is. But you know, my emotions were quite high, quite exciting for me. Don't know for you guys watching through the video. I don't know if you guys can feel it. It was making an all-time high of $500 freaking, and I'm sure all the Tesla bulls out there were so excited that it was going to the moon. So I had just closed out a very nice option trade on Tesla for a 42% profit in just 2 days previously. So of course, coming off from the high of a very good month, I felt like 2026 was, wow, gonna be, my year, and that's what everyone starts off with their New Year resolutions in that sense. And of course, I couldn't be more wrong about that. So on December 26, 2025, like what I mentioned before, on Christmas itself, the stock market was closed. So the next day when it opened, I sold 2 Tesla puts for $470 strike price, and the premiums were $695 each, and the expiry was 2nd January. Basically, I was selling the weekly options like I mentioned before. So if I were to get assigned at $470 for 200 shares, that would be 94,000 US dollars, which is definitely more than 100,000 Sing dollars. After that, Tesla dropped like crazy all the way to $456 on the 31st of December, which was during the New Year countdown. What a freaking disaster. What a way to spend my New Year countdown, looking at the stock market dropping all the way down and knowing that I'm going to be in the red. That wasn't very fun to start off the new year. I remember I was out with my girlfriend at the New Year countdown, and this was at the, what was it? The Kallang Stadium? Indoor stadium? Yeah, I don't know which one it is, but we were there, and then everybody was there just waiting for all the performances, and the highlight of the day was Super Junior. I was just sitting there, and I was still fumbling with my phone. I was like fumbling with my phone and then trying to roll my contract and trying to film Super Junior at the same time so that I don't get that 200 shares of Tesla assigned to me. Now keep in mind that my strike price was $470, and the current price of Tesla was almost a whole $15 away, so that got me a little bit jittery if I was being totally honest. But I thought to myself, whatever lah, forget it. I just quickly roll the contract so that I can go back to filming the Super Junior performance. And there's 2 ways you can do this. Either you manually buy back the contracts, or you can just roll the option on the Momo Singapore app itself. Let me show you how to do both of them. So if I open the Momo Singapore app, I will click on accounts, and I will scroll down to where my Tesla put option is at. This is the manual option. So if I want to manually close it, I will just click on it, right? I'll press trade, press buy, enter the correct quantity, maybe it's 1 or 2 in my case in this way, and I can manually buy back the contract. Just click on buy and then you execute it. This is the manual way of doing it, because once I buy out my initial contract that I've sold, that means I will have to realize the loss first. Then I will sell another contract with a further out expiry, and I will collect the premiums one more time so that I can potentially cover that loss. So putting simple, rolling means that you do both of these things at one go. Basically, the app helps you to execute the buying to close the contract, and then the selling one more time for a further out expiry. So instead of clicking the contract itself, you can click on the middle and you see this thing pops up. You can press roll. So the first one is basically what you have already sold. This would be the buying back of it. The second line is the one that's more important, which is how far away you want to roll the contract to, so that basically the next contract that you are selling to potentially cover the loss. So in order to do that, you can press the minus sign to kind of remove it, and then you can click on the option chain as well. Then you can just scroll through and see what you want to, or how far you want to roll toward. So let's say I want to roll to 31 days later, which is March 20th, 2026. I'll click on it, and then basically go down to here. You can see this is where Tesla's current price is, which is $417. Let's say in order to cover a loss of $2,000, for example, then the $415 would be what you want to press on. So you click on that, and then you see that it has added in, you're going to sell that new contract again for $415 strike price, and then all you have to do, press trade, scroll down, make sure the quantity is correct, press sell, key in your password, and it will help you to automatically execute the roll. And that's how you do the rolling way instead of just the manual way. So I basically did the manual way for my Tesla put option trade, and I realized a loss of $1,920 US. Oh, painful in my heart. So in my mind, I want to sell an option far enough so that I can potentially cover that loss. So I ended up selling another 2 Tesla puts at $452.50 strike price for $1,050 premiums each at the expiry of 9th January. At this point, I'm like, okay, fine, maybe I'm just a bit sway. I entered around $470 strike price, but I should be alright now since I've rolled it to $452, right? Wrong! The nightmare obviously didn't stop there. Tesla continued to drop even more so after that day, all the way to $427 on the 8th of January, which is almost $30 down just one day before my expiry. So I was like, wow, damn it, it's even lower than before, and I'm going to be forced to roll one more time. Otherwise, I would have to buy 200 shares of Tesla at $452.50. So once again, I had to close out the contracts, and this time I took a bigger loss of $4,270. This was honestly the first time I saw my portfolio drop by so much since I started selling options on Tesla. So once again, I wrote the Tesla options to a strike price of $435 for $2,295 premiums each, but this time 30th January expiry, which is about a few weeks away, more than I would, so that the premiums were enough. After this most recent drop, Tesla kinda looked like it was going to recover with the 2 strong green candles that you can see, but honestly, life just isn't that smooth, and Tesla started to drop again to being lower than my strike price the day before my option expires once more. I had to finally close out this option contract, and I closed it for $2,410 premium. So I know I went through a lot of numbers. How does all of that look like in totality? So if we take the previous losses and I subtract this final premium of $2,410, that brings me to an overall loss to $1,680 on Tesla put options in January. Now, as depressing as that sounds, it's not a total loss cause at all, but it does serve as a very good lesson for me, which is why I'm documenting this for you guys as well, because I've made sure that I'm going to document my struggles, my success, my goals, whatever it is on this channel, so that you guys can see transparently what's going on. I will continue to sell options in February, of course, because I'm not a loser. I'm going to continue and make sure that I stick to my guns and continue this strategy. But it is what it is. You're not a loser if you want to quit or anything like that, but this is just my way of doing things. So hopefully this serves as a good example of what can potentially happen if you choose to try option selling for yourself. It's obviously not a foolproof strategy. Nothing in life is, and you have to take losses sometimes when the stock moves against you. Being able to stomach this type of volatility is super important, because if you can't, then you might either make the wrong move or just panic sell away in the middle of this whole ordeal. I'm saying this like that so easily, right? But you can just imagine my emotions are already pretty dumbed down because so much time has passed and I'm doing this video for you guys. But at that moment, it's wow, the emotions are actually pretty high because it's like more than $100,000 at stake, So you can just imagine how you would feel in that state if you're not trained. Even for myself, it's been a while since I've seen a $4,000 deficit in my trading account, which is like 5,000 plus Sing dollars. Imagine losing that in just 1 month. So to reiterate, I only sell options on stocks that I feel comfortable holding long term, and I wasn't able to just overnight be able to start selling 2 option contracts like that. I started with other smaller stocks which required less capital. I did only 1 contract, and then I slowly built up both my portfolio and my risk appetite. If you jump the gun and bite off more than you can chew, you definitely won't be able to stomach this market volatility without enough emotional strengthening from the stock market itself. Even after doing this for 2 whole years, I still felt butterflies in my stomach when I saw that big ass loss. But I wanted my channel to be transparent, so I'll definitely continue to document not only the wins but also the struggles, the losses, and hopefully help you guys on this journey to financial freedom together. If you enjoyed this video here, YouTube thinks that you might enjoy this video here as well. Thanks for watching, have an amazing day as usual, and I'll see you guys in the next few videos. Bye bye.